Hey, everybody. I wanted to get this information out to you because the Duolingo English Test just announced its annual update for 2024 by introducing three new question types. And this is happening on April 2nd, 2024. So if you are taking the test soon, you don't want to miss this video. In this video, I'm going to show you the changes that they've made to the three question types so that you can be well informed and have nothing to worry about. Let's get into it. The first change that they've made is to the read and select question type. Now, this is a classic one that's been around since the beginning of the Duolingo English Test. This question is going through a major change from April 2nd onward, and it looks just like this. The basic idea of the question type remains the same, where you have to identify the real words. However, from April 2nd, you will be presented with the words one by one. But you'll be asked to select whether these words are real or not real. And the way you do that is just by selecting yes or no, just like you see here. Now, keep in mind, you're only going to have 5 seconds to decide if this is a real word. And you'll be presented with about 15 to 18 words. And in that amount of words, there's no telling how many of the words will be real or how many of the words will be fake. So just make sure that you choose correctly as best as possible, choosing yes or no. The second change, and probably the most important change on the test, is that the read and write question, where you've been writing for 5 minutes on a specific topic, is going to be replaced with interactive writing. And it looks like this. First, you're going to read a prompt and a topic, and you're going to write about that prompt the same way that you've been doing for 5 minutes. What's new about this question is that after you've finished your 5 minutes of writing, you'll be given an additional prompt that goes into more detail and asks you to expand on your writing. And here you'll have a chance to write for an additional 3 minutes. Okay, so here's where I don't want you to worry. Many of my students, the better writers, have told me that 5 minutes isn't really enough time. So the additional 3 minutes will allow you to go into much more detail and give you that chance to explain your ideas more fully. When you are writing your 3-minute follow-up prompt, you can still see the writing you've done for 5 minutes to remind you of what you've written already. Here's the overall structure of how the question will appear on your screen. You'll first see a 30-second planning screen where it says, prepare to write about the topic below. This is your chance to organize your thoughts in your head and to begin to come up with writing ideas. Then you'll be given the first prompt and be able to write for 5 minutes. Right after the 5 minutes, you'll be given the next prompt where you can write for the additional 3 minutes. So adding it all up for the interactive writing, you'll have a total of 8 minutes and 30 seconds from planning to finishing your writing to complete this task. The current practice test on the original Duolingo English test site has already been updated with all three of these questions, so you don't need to worry. You can go there and practice it anytime you want. Okay, moving on to the final change on the test, which has to do with the new question type, and it's called fill in the blanks. And it looks like this. The prompt says, complete the sentence with the missing word. You'll be presented with a full sentence and a word that has some missing letters, and you'll be asked to fill in those missing letters. All in all, you'll be presented with between 6 to 9 sentences, and for each one, you have 20 seconds to fill in the missing letters of that word. If you've noticed, the fill in the blank question looks very similar to the read and complete question that's already on the test. The difference being is that this is only one sentence, while the read and complete question is an entire paragraph. Use the same skills and techniques you've been using all along. One thing to understand is that the fill in the blank question is not replacing the read and complete. It will be added to the test. The new fill in the blank question will test how well you're able to understand and comprehend vocabulary and use words in their proper context. So, those are the changes to the question types that are taking place on the Duolingo English test for April 2nd, 2024. If you don't like these questions, or you're not comfortable yet, or you haven't had enough practice, my suggestion is to take the test before April 2nd, as the old test and the old questions will remain until that time. Don't forget to try out these questions as much as possible on the official Duolingo English Test website, as they are all there. And The DET Study website will be updated soon with these changes. Have a great day and good luck.